Hi, I'm Sophie and welcome to my world. Today I have another party tip for you. Now I've been doing this for 26 years and one of the things that I get a lot of questions about is little kid parties. Now I'm talking 1 and 2 year olds, little guys. Now those little guys, they're not ready for, a party that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. So what you really want to do is do 2 things. 1, keep the party short, and 2, have zones. I like to call them stations. And at those stations, I like to set up different tactile zones. And they don't have to be fancy. They can just be simple things like these bus tubs that you can get from like Smart and Final or any of the restaurant stores, even Costco has them. These bus tubs make great resources places where you can set up a water station. And you can have in that water station, you just can have cups and sponges. You can even have those little fizzy bath coloring tablets. Those are fun. So water stations are great. Like a little Duplo zone is great. A Play-Doh station is great. A Sands Alive station is great. Sands Alive is this really neat sand that kind of molds together and stays together. The one thing about Sands Alive that you should know is it does get everywhere. So make sure that you either put down something underneath it like a tarp or make sure that you are doing this outside. Speaking of doing things outside, if you are doing a party for young ones outdoors, make sure that you have plenty of shade because you don't want them to get too hot. You don't want them to get any sunburn, especially at that early age. If you want to have a chalk zone, that's a super fun thing to do. And if you've got a wall where you can have the kids take a paintbrush and water, they will go to town just painting that wall. And that's a super fun thing to do. The other thing that's also fun is to give them, if they're old enough, like the 2 and the 3 year olds, they can use a squirt gun or one of those squirt watering plant, one of those things that you use for watering plants, using one of those squirties, and they can, if you draw chalk pictures, they can squirt either on the ground or on a wall if you've been able to put a chalk picture on a wall. So those are some of my tips for young parties, especially my big one here. Keep it short. Don't overdo those kids because they do get tired. And the other thing is when you plan it, make sure that you plan around the children's nap schedules. So if you've got nappers that nap in the morning, well then don't do a morning party. If you've got nappers that nap in the afternoon, don't do an afternoon party. Try to fit it right in between when most of the kids aren't taking their nap. And if you are going to have snacks, make sure they're nice and healthy. So there you go, my tips for little ones. For more great ideas, more tips, check us out at Sophie-World.com.